Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jesse Bougie back again. So right now I am on my way to Original Auto because I got to get a few goodies for the GT-R. So I know in one of my past videos you heard me talking about how when we went to Original Auto we were checking the car on the dyno, just basically trying to see what kind of power it could do, especially on 91 octane, since I only have 91 octane here in California. And what we quickly found out was this car was running out of fuel quick. The injectors just couldn't keep up. There's 600cc injectors in here from what the previous owner told me. And we knew that just wasn't going to be able to keep up with the power that I really wanted to make with this thing. I'm not looking to make this like some crazy 1,000 horsepower build right now, at least. Right now, honestly, I just want to have a nice 500 wheel horsepower GT-R that's just really fun to drive. Maybe take it to a track occasionally, you name it. But you know, to be able to sustain it, I need better injectors, and I actually wanted to go E85 anyways because E85 has a lot of capability and is a lot better than 91 octane. So we're gonna go with basically an E85 conversion on it, where we're gonna put the Flexfuel sensor in there. We're gonna get a new ECU to make it a lot easier to tune it. We're gonna go with the Haltech ECU, and then you know, we're getting a new fuel pump thrown in it so it can keep up, and some other little stuff. So we're gonna do a few little things to, you know, beef this thing up a little bit and gain some more power and make it a little bit more fun, because it sucks babying this thing right now. It's wanting to run out of injectors after 5,000–6,000 RPM, and that kind of sucks. I didn't buy this car to keep it under 5,000 RPM all the time. I need to get this thing going the right way. So I don't want this thing leaning out and blowing up on me. So we're gonna get it done the right way, and it should be pretty cool. And then eventually, you know, someday when I save a few pennies, maybe I can get the engine built a little bit better, and we can maybe go for a lot bigger power. You know, maybe, I don't know, 700 horsepower to the wheels or something, or whatnot. I know these stock bottom ends can take a lot of power, but at the end of the day, you know, if we're gonna tear into it any bit, we might as well go all out and get all the right parts in there so that this thing can handle a lot of power, but I'll probably keep it, you know, well under that, you know, safety factor. So looking forward to it. It should be pretty fun. The guys at Original Auto are pretty good at what they do, and very knowledgeable with RB26 motors, GTRs, all that fun stuff. So looking forward to seeing what this thing will make, and yeah, hopefully it lasts. We just arrived to Original Auto. As you can see right there, right behind me, Original Auto. Got the GT-R right there. Pablo, he's a man with a plan. He's the one who's going to be pretty much swapping out everything on the car from the injectors. We're going to be going to some 1200cc injectors from FIC. We have a Walbro full fuel pump that's going to be going in. We got the Haltech ECU, like I mentioned, what's it called, Flexfuel sensor, all that fun stuff, and some other little stuff that we're going to do too to make this thing a little bit more fun. So going to be doing some great work on it. Pablo, he's the guy. He's the one who's going to be working on it and getting the thing on dyno, tuning it, making sure it's all good. The goal is to just make 500 even. I know it can probably make more than that, but at the end of the day, I haven't done anything with the head bolts or anything like that. So, you know, I don't want to stretch the bolts. I don't want to blow any head gaskets. I know this thing can take a bit of power, but at the same time too, I need to make sure it's reliable, fun power. So reliable, fun power, that's what we're gonna do. 500 even should be able to do that. So that's what he's gonna work on. That's what we're gonna do. Quick look at the car before she starts getting some stuff done to her. It'll be a little bit of a process. It doesn't happen in a few minutes to throw all this stuff in, but you know, I'll document what I can. I'll be hanging out here all day pretty much. So right here we have our Haltech Platinum Pro, which is going to be going in the new ECU. So you can see right here, pretty much plug and play. And the reason why I got this little cable right here is because that is going to connect to my new screen that I'm going to have inside the dash. It's going to be my, or on the dash, it's going to be my AEM screen, which is going to show me all the different options and all the different things I can look at, like, you know, gauges, like let's say oil pressure. I can look at boost, I can look at wideband, I can look at all that fun stuff on the screen. So I'm going to be getting this AEM screen. I'm going to be throwing that in there, so that will hook up to that. But yeah, this ECU is going to be replacing my current Apexy that I have, which is pretty old and outdated from what I've heard. I'm still learning this whole JDM world, but yeah, this thing should be pretty cool. And you know, it's a nice looking unit right here. Can't wait to get this thing all plugged in. And then look at these injectors from Fuel Injector Clinic. So usually I go with fuel injector connection, but the shop had this preference right here, so I couldn't go against what they wanted to do. So boom, we got 6 injectors right here, 1200cc injectors for E85. It's going to help us out right there so that we're not losing out on power because of injectors going, you know, not working great on me. So the current injectors I have right now in the car are 600cc injectors. We're switching over to these 1200cc injectors now, so should be cool. The fuel pump I have is somewhere in the car over here. Walbro pump, got it from my friends at Fuel Injector Connection. Thank you so much, Fuel Injector Connection, for providing this awesome fuel pump right here. So that's going to be going in. I got more fuel, another fuel pump in here, and some other injectors for another vehicle I'm in the works of building. But definitely got to give a huge shout out to these guys. Fuel Injector Connection have been with me forever on the NASCAR side of things and other things. So great people. Make sure you check out Fuel Injector Connection. Really great people. Yeah. So I'm going to be getting an AEM screen that's going to show me all the different goodies that my ECU is putting out information for and data for. So, you know, like I told you, boost gauges, all that stuff, wideband, oil pressure, water temps, all that fun stuff. I'll be able to basically get that screen put on right around here. Obviously, this is going to get removed. But, you know, you're wondering probably, hey, how are you going to put that screen right there? That doesn't look like a place where you can put a screen. Well, these folks here at Original Auto make this nice piece. Now this is just like a, I guess, a little test fit piece. This is not the actual piece, but it looks just like this. And basically it goes right here and it fits all right. The real one does. Fits all good in there, and then that screen will be right there, and then I'll be able to look at the screen just like a R34 GT-R has their screen right there. It'll be just like that, except a lot more modernized. So I'm looking forward to getting that put on. That should be pretty cool, and get to read all the data that's coming from the ECU all right there. Boom, once that thing is removed. So we got the stock fuel pump out of the GT-R, as you can see, and when you look at it, it's crazy because it looks bigger than this aftermarket one, but yeah, it is. It doesn't flow better than this beast right here. So we got this thing we're going to throw in here. This thing is a lot more powerful, flow a lot better, and is going to give me what I need with this E85 conversion for the GT-R. So we got the injectors have been installed now, so they're all up in there, which is great. These are the old ones. These are the old injectors right here. As you can see, they're old, but 600cc injectors, those were. We got some bigger, better ones in here now because we're going with E85. The fuel pumps in there too now, all the way back there, all the way in what do they call it, the boot. So they got the Haltech Platinum Series ECU right there going in. That's replacing my old Apexi, however you say it. Anyways, this is going in. I'm excited about that. We're gonna have a lot more capabilities and options and things we can mess with the tuning side of this. So this very, very capable ECU. Haltech, they make a lot of great stuff. This thing pretty much plugs right in there and plays. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be pretty fun. And yeah, so I got Haltech stickers and all that fun stuff. That's the old Apexi Power FC. By the way, if you want it, hit me up and I will sell it to you. This thing is still a good ECU. I mean, it helped this thing make some decent power before, so it's just a little bit older. But for those who are, you know, trying to ball on a budget, well, I'll help you ball on a budget. Here you go. So, looks like we got the screen all installed now. See the AEM screen in there, all looking clean and flush and all that fun stuff. Good, all secure in there. Obviously still messing around with the ECU and all that stuff, get that all put in there. We're gonna get all this stuff cleaned up, but work in progress. It is slowly getting there. Can't wait. Getting her on the dyno. Ready for some fun. Raising it. You can see another black R32 over there. All right, so we just got done with the 91 tune on the car. It did pretty well on the dyno, so sounded really good, sounded really crisp, wasn't really knocking or anything like that, which was great. Car ended up making just over 450, went 452 to the wheels, which isn't bad for 91 octane. I mean, we're here in California, so that's all we can get, 91. But now we're about to switch over to E85, and that's what I care about even more. 91's nice and all. If I'm just cruising around, I really don't feel like getting E85 or something like that. But E85 is cool because we do have a lot of stations out here, so I can throw it in a lot more often than maybe some other people in some other areas. So we're throwing the E85, tune it, see what happens, and yeah, it's gonna make some good power. Honestly, once again, not trying to break this thing, just gonna keep it nice, simple, fun, safe, and reliable horsepower. Hit our magic number. We hit that 500 wheel. It's pretty nice. This thing sounded really good on the dyno, pretty solid. And you know, we were only at about 16.5 pounds of boost. So, you know, we're not really stressing this thing too hard. You know, it's making good boost, good power, good everything. And sounds good, all that stuff. And the thing is rocking, man. So I'm really excited to drive this thing and see how it does. And I gotta get it out to the track at some point, drag strip and all that stuff. Maybe do some autocross stuff, maybe even take it to a road course, who knows, but definitely gotta test it. But this thing definitely has been impressive today. That number, 16.5 pounds of boost, 500 wheel horsepower, that was on E85. So yeah, I mean, this thing is definitely just, you know, it's not being stressed super hard, and it's making good power, and I'm happy with it. Eventually, when I have some more money, I can, you know, do a few little upgrades to the motor, you know, and get some better head, you know, get some head studs on this thing. All that fun stuff, better gaskets, all that stuff, and start pushing this thing a little bit more, you know, and who knows, at that point, I might just build the motor too. But push this thing, get a little bit more out of it, and keep on having fun. But for right now, I think we are golden with that number. 500 even on 16.5 pounds of boost. So it's not bad. I think torque side of it, we were 377 foot-pounds of torque. So not bad for this little old, you know, 30-year-old vehicle, R32 GT-R.